Hi everyone. We're gonna wait for just a few minutes. Randy happens to be with a customer right now. We're gonna give you a little while to add on to our live stream. And, I'm gonna turn this around because nobody likes it when they stare at themselves, right?
That was beautiful.
There's Josh.
That was pretty.
Now Josh got me.
Yeah.
All right. I think Randy's still with a customer. We're just gonna wait. Yep. So I walked in, there were snow flurries this morning.
There was.
Yeah.
It's very cold outside.
My son told me it was not going to snow today. He said his teachers told him it was going to snow. It is not going to snow.
The man is en route. Oh, nope, he turned.
Helping someone out.
I'll come back for that. No, I'm ready.
I think you're ready too. I don't know where you want to be.
I'm going to get right back here
Okay.
because if I lose my voice, I'm going to be close to my water bottle.
Well, I'm going to get out of the way because I'm wearing a little bit of tight cords here.
This has been an unusual winter. So, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Go. We're going to talk about spring stuff. So, you know, it's been unusually warm this spring, been an unusually warm winter. So people are asking, you know, when should I put down this herbicide? When should I put down this fertilizer? I've got daffodils blooming. They've never bloomed this early. It's unusual for everybody. You know, we don't really know. There's not a pat answer. I've been doing this for a long time, and I can't remember a spring season quite like this. So I guess the best advice I can tell folks out there is just adapt and roll with the temperature changes. And in saying that, you know, now is the time to treat for crabgrass. And crabgrass, you have to prevent the germination of the seed that was left over from last summer. Scott's has a terrific product that I'm really excited about this year, that not only does it prevent crabgrass, but it also stops those other cool weather weeds like chickweed and barnyard grass. It's got a list on the back of the weeds that it treats. Oxalis. Oxalis has been you know, it's really hard to get rid of. It's a cold weather weed. It doesn't react well to herbicides.
These are all fancy names, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Oxalis is it's a little viney looking weed that grows in your yard. Chickweed gets little round leaves on it. It grows in a mat, and it just suffocates out your good grass, and it's ugly. It's hard to kill. I'm excited about this year because I think this will prevent it. And the key to, you know, how they're saying, well, Randy, how do you know it's time to put down crabgrass preventer and these cool weed grass preventers? The key is the forsythia blooms. When the forsythias are blooming, that tells me that the ground temperature is warm enough for these seeds to germinate. And you've got a window from the time the forsythia bloom until the petals start to drop to get these products down. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the rebates that Scott's offering on a lot of their bagged products this year. We're really well stocked on Scott's product. The other thing you can do, if you've got Japanese beetle, if you've been plagued with Japanese beetle, you can apply Grub-X at the same time you're putting down your crabgrass preventer and these cold weather weed grasses. Gets two birds with one stone, and you'll be amazed at how the grubs are closer to the top of the ground now than they typically are. So if you get this down now, you'll see a good kill. And this product lasts all season. Could last up to 4 months.
Now, is this something you could mix together in the spreader and do all in one round, or do you need to do two separate?
No, you can do it all in one application. Scott's has done a good job of formulating their product to where it applies at an even rate. They've homogenized these chemicals to the carrier, so it applies at an even rate, and the settings are the same on your spreader for both of these.
Well, that's really helpful.
It is helpful. Grass seed now is the ideal time to sow grass seed. Not particularly if you're going to put down crabgrass preventer, because it stops seed germination. But if you don't have a crabgrass issue, you want to fill in some bare spots or you want an overseeded area that doesn't have crabgrass problem, now's an ideal time to sow, and hopefully we'll get the moisture we need and the temperatures we need. She'll see a pretty quick germination.
Awesome. Now, if you don't know what kind of grass you have in your lawn, and you just want a nice looking lawn, which one would you suggest? Seeding or preventing crabgrass?
Well, if you've got areas in your lawn right now that are just a nice solid color brown, that's a good indication that you had crabgrass last summer. It's gone dormant and it's sitting there looking just really bad right now, big brown mat. Get in there and treat that for crabgrass. If you've had some work done, or if you've had relatives park in your yard and you've got some dead spots, come back and seed those spots with your grass seed. And go ahead and use a starter fertilizer. I didn't bring that over here, but all of us here in the store can help you with that. Get a good starter fertilizer down, get your grass seed down. You got time to get a soil sample done if you want to. Pull the soil sample, send it to the extension office, come back with it, and we'll read it and tell you what you need to apply.
Cool. What else do we have here?
Well, here again, with this unusual spring, people are saying, I want to spray some herbicide. I want to kill some of these grass. I want to kill something. I want to get this grass and weeds out from underneath my chain link fence. I want to spray around the perimeter of my vegetable garden. There's places I want to kill this grass so I don't have to use a string trimmer every week. This is a product that's been really good for us over the years. It's called Quick Kill. It uses glyphosate as the active ingredient. It's a pretty high percentage. It's safe. It only works through the leaf of the plant. Once it hits the soil, it's inactive. Typically, it doesn't leach if you get a hard rain after you put it on. The downfall is it's a little slow. And I say that's a downfall only because people will come back and say, hey, I sprayed that yesterday and my grass is still green. Well, it's going to be green because this works through the plant, takes a little time to get through the leaf, all the way through the plant process to the roots, and then it kills it from the roots up. It won't stop anything from regerminating. You get a new healthy seed lands on that bare ground, it's going to sprout and grow and you'll have to treat it again. But try some Quick Kill. I think you're really going to like it. If you happen to have some fruit trees, a lot of folks have a little backyard orchard. That's getting to be more and more popular. Now is the time to spray your dormant sprays. It's getting a little close because those buds are starting to swell. This particular product you can use all season long. It's an ultra fine oil, and what that oil does, you spray everything on that tree, from the trunk to as high as you can spray. You want to try to coat that entire tree in this oil, and what that'll do, that'll suffocate any overwintering egg masses. It'll suffocate any insects that are actively out climbing around, crawling around on that tree. It's perfectly safe to use. You can use it all season long. This product is a fungicide. It is a good all-purpose fungicide. I like to recommend it this time of the year when the trees are still dormant for peach leaf curl. If you've got peach trees and you remember last summer you went out and your leaves were just all curled up in a knot and they didn't look healthy and the leaves dropped prematurely, you didn't get any fruit, that's a disease that you have to prevent. And that's typical with most all your diseases. It's far better to prevent the disease than to try to treat it after it's been infected. Daconil is a good fungicide. There are some restrictions as to when you should use it. If the buds are not open, you're good to go. There is a time period when the bloom are open that you don't want to spray, but then there's a window after the petals drop that there's another window there to spray Daconil. Great for roses too, if you're a rose gardener. And that's another whole subject of its own.
Well, that's awesome. Dr. Randy gave us some good tree keeping tips. Is there anything else you want to say about springtime preparation?
You know, we're calling it springtime. It may be premature for springtime. I really do expect that we're going to have a nasty, wet, cold snow somewhere in between now and Easter. We're just going to have to deal with it. There's some plants that you can plant in the garden right now. There's some seeds that you can be planting. You know, we don't have time to go into all that, but some plants and some seeds really thrive in cool weather. I've got some beautiful kale at home that was wintered over from last fall. that we're ready to harvest and looking forward to it. So we'll just deal with these weather changes and adapt as we go along and see what this spring and summer brings.
Well, I had something I wanted to share because Josh, one of our employees here, wanted me to promote these Trub tubs that we've got, and they're just these awesome plastic flexible side tubs, and I thought they would make a wonderful Easter basket. We're coming up about a month away. It's in April this year, right?
I think so.
I think it's in April, so you got some time still. But if you've got a gardener in your life who just can't wait to get their hands in the dirt, you can fill up one of these buckets and go to town on it. But we'll help you with anything you need help with here in the store. Randy is a wealth of information. He's taken the Master Gardener class, and he's working on his way to get that title. He knows a huge amount about plants and trees and anything that grows and is green. He can help you out. So can any of our employees, and if they don't know what they're talking about, they will surely find someone who does. And we can't wait to see you in the store this springtime. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks with another Facebook Live. See you around.